Happy Friday to all of you. Friday, June 5th, 7:55 a.m. Just stopped at the gas station after leaving the house. And now we are off to do our first offer, which is a shop and deliver. $10.50 for 4.2 miles. It is just 3 items. Well, 2 like items and then 1 additional item. It's I think it was 2 bottles of apple juice and then a feminine item, if you will. So, CVS is just up here around the corner. That's where we're shopping at. Maybe this will be a little hidden tip. I doubt it though, but we'll see. This is unbelievable. All these refrigerators, and they don't have any apple juice. They got the Tropicana one, but they want the Minute Maid one. How do you not have the Minute Maid one? They have the orange juice. Unreal. This is my luck with shopping orders. This is why I don't take them. Never thought in a million years they wouldn't have the apple juice. It's all Snapple, Red Bull. I checked the juice aisle already. Nothing I'm looking for at least. I'm gonna have to just drop the order because if I substitute, it's gonna dock me, and I'm not gonna be a pro shopper anymore. So I'm just gonna have to drop the whole order. It's crazy. It's chocolates. That's all frozen. This is all bougie water and stuff, and Gatorades, Monsters, big orange juices. Unbelievable. That is crazy. So I went ahead and dropped that order. I don't know what the deal has been lately with first orders of the day, but they have all been, for the most part, a disaster. Between that stolen order the other day, this order not being in stock, the other night when I only did dinner at that Burger King order that had 18 Whoppers, it was going to take like 20 minutes. I don't know. Every first order that I accept every day this week has just turned into a nightmare. So the trend continues. Almost back to our hot spot. Hopefully we get something legit. Okay, well, I'm dumb. I'm in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. Kind of a new place that I sit that I seem to have good luck getting offers while I'm sitting here. I'm sitting for like 15 minutes and Doordash isn't making a peep. I'm like, it's Friday morning. It's raining out. Like, there's got to be offers. Even if they're bad ones, there's got to be offers, right? So, 8:23. I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, shit. I forgot that I was on schedule today from 7:30 to 8. And then there was a 30-minute opening. And I was on schedule from 8:30 all the way to midnight. So, between 8 and 8:30, I wasn't on schedule. But it used to do this, but it doesn't anymore. When your schedule would end, when your shift would end, it would automatically just knock you offline and be like, and just take you to the home screen. It doesn't do that anymore. It still keeps you on the screen where it says finding offers, 2 to 8 minute estimated wait time. So it looks like you're still online. I forgot that my shift ended at 8 o'clock. So I was just sitting there for nothing, basically. I mean, I had Uber and Grubhub on, but they're not as busy normally. Anyways. Let me see what that is. It was just a Grubhub order that I didn't want. I ended up getting an Uber Eats offer anyways, once I did get on schedule. And it's not good, particularly. It's $12.04 for 9.9 miles. But even since it's 8:30 now, I've been online with Doordash for 7 minutes. I've gotten 1 offer, so it doesn't seem like it's very busy. So we'll go do this at that Candy Cloud place, the drink place. So we'll go grab this. It's taking me into a different hot zone. Maybe there'll be less drivers up there. It'll be a little bit busier. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm still en route to this drop-off, which is far north edge of town, the far north hot zone. It's paid off because I don't even have this dropped off yet, and they already sent me my next offer on Uber Eats. $10 for 2.9 miles for Starbucks. So that has a chance of being a hidden tip. And that definitely makes up for the amount of miles that we're driving to deliver this one. So kind of evens itself out. Not too shabby. We'll get this dropped off and then off to Starbucks. Off to Starbucks we go. $10 for 2.7 miles on Uber Eats. Let's go pick it up. Starbucks acquired. Drop off is 2.3 miles away. Let's get this dropped off. Hello.
Hi.
I have an Uber Eats drop off
Okay.
for Stephanie.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
National Donut Day at Dunkin'. I got myself an iced coffee and a couple of donuts. And as I was pulling up to the restaurant, I got an offer $7.30 for 5.7 miles. So since I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. I already got my order. Doordash should be ready in a second. All right, well, I made it all the way back down to my usual hotspot and got pretty much nothing the whole way. Not a huge deal because it kind of, on my way back, I was able to stop at the gas station that got the cheap gas. That has the cheap, expensive gas, $3.64 a gallon. That's the cheapest we have in town right now. And that's for the, what is it, the E15 gas or whatever it is. 15% ethanol or whatever. But I made it to my zone where I normally sit. I sat there for a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and I got this nothing but cakes order. If you watched my video yesterday, this is the same order I got yesterday, same pay and everything. $9 for 2.5 miles for the same customer. Yesterday I got the nothing but cakes to pick it up, and the customer had canceled. Not sure why, but now the next day I got it again and it was legit. So I have it in my car now and we are on the way to drop it off. Wonderful order, $9, 2.5 miles. Take those all day, right? See you soon. It is about 11 minutes to 11, 10:49 right now, back in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. I did do an IHOP order. I forgot to turn on the camera for that one, but it was $8.50 for 1.8 miles, which was strange because normally they don't show you that big of a tip up front on DoorDash. So I was kind of worried that it was stolen, but no, it was not. So nice, easy one. I'm at $50.42. So we have surpassed our $40 goal. Our $40 goal by 11 a.m. So we are on pace to have a decent day. Hopefully it should stay busy and we can crack $100 by 2 p.m., which is our lunchtime goal. And then we'll be well on our way to $200 in a perfect world. We did it yesterday with relative ease, considering I took 2 hours off to go fishing in the middle of the day, and I still made $203, I think is what I ended up with. So let's see what the lunch rush holds. All right, back on the road. Had a double offer come through. I actually had like this DoorDash double offer and a Grubhub offer that was good, all come through at literally the same exact time. The Grubhub was Denny's, $7.94 for 4 miles, and then the DoorDash, which is the one that I accepted, was $18.04 for 9 miles, double order, Denny's and exclusive cafe. So I opted for the $18 order, obviously. So 2 breakfast orders off to Denny's and exclusive. This will put us at $68. It's 10:55 now. Let's see if we can get this knocked out by like 11:20. Maybe this is 25 minutes. That's probably pushing it. It'll probably be closer to 11:30, but that's still fine. I was ready right when I walked in, so that's good. Off to exclusive. Damn, I hate when that happens. I just picked up from that place that this DoorDash double offer. That thing was almost the same pay for just one delivery, and I think it's going to the hospital, which is where this one is going. That's a bummer, but It's too late now. I hate when that happens. That's why a lot of times I try to pause my apps after I accept something that I'm taking, so I don't get discouraged when something like that comes through and I can't take it. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Well, it is 11:23, so I got that done in a decent time. Said 11:30, a little bit early. So tips were good, $6.75 on one and $7.27 on the other. Plus the base pay came out to $18.04. I'm close to the house now. I'm actually going to run home and go to the restroom because I feel really bad. But then after that, we will see what we get. Okay, well, I used the restroom at the house. Got back to my hot zone. Got a couple stacked offers that weren't good. Declined those. And then I had this come through. $9.50 for 5.1 miles. Going right back to the hospital that I just dropped off at. Happens a lot. That hospital, I deliver a lot of orders to that hospital. So it's to be expected. Usually get a lot of pretty good orders there too. So this is one of them. $9.50 for 5.1 miles. Maybe we can get an add-on. That would be ideal. But this will put us at $77. So 11:39 a.m. This should be done by noon. We're in good shape. We are back. It's been about an hour since I last spoke with you. A little over an hour, actually. I ended up taking the wife to lunch. That final drop-off, or that last drop-off, $9.50 for 4 miles, or 5.1 miles, I believe. It took me right down to the hospital, as I said, which is downtown, right close to where my mom, right by where my wife works. And it was 11:58 when I dropped it off, so I was like, you know what? It's Friday. Having a good day. Let's text the wife, see if she wants to go out to lunch. Of course she did, because I was paying. So we went out to lunch, little dive bar spot. Got some food, and now we are out here again. It is raining. Get you a little. It is raining, which is good news. Generally, raining means more orders. This one I just accepted is actually a Napa Auto Parts order. Get these periodically. A lot of times you're just taking like a little gauge or something, or it's usually something small, just transferring it to another Napa store location. So this one is headed north. I make the same trip several times. Hopefully it's something small. Every now and then you'll get stuck with like rotors or something, which are like really heavy. Those of you who don't know about cars, those suck. But usually it's like the biggest thing you get is like big brake pads or something like that, which is not a big deal. Hopefully it's something small. We're pulling up here now at the Napa. Uh-oh, sirens. Something's going down. Probably an accident. Napa Auto Parts. Let's see what they got for us. All right. Well, it's like a power steering hose. Cool. And we delivered one of these. In a bag. Got a little receipt here. Easy enough. Got the Napa order delivered. Easy peasy. And it's now a few hours later. I dropped off the Napa order, which was too close to a river for me to not start fishing. So went fishing, caught 2 tiny little bass. They weren't good fishing spots, and I knew that going in, so I wasn't really expecting much, but I just wanted to throw some casts out there. It's 4:48 now. I just did a Taco John's delivery. If you're not familiar with Taco John's, it's kind of like Taco Bell. It's more of like a Tex-Mex type fast food place. That was $13.40 for 9 miles. Mind you, that Napa order took me way up north. So I was up north fishing when I got that order. And it was coming right back down to State Street where I'm at now, where I normally hang out. So pretty good positioning order, really. So I dropped that off, and then I came and parked for a couple minutes, and I got this order, which is a stacked order. I think it's also $13.40. It's 13 something for 4 something miles. It's a stacked order. Panda Express and a sushi place. So got both of those picked up. About to make those deliveries. And by the time I'm done here, it'll be about 5 o'clock, and the official dinner rush will be underway. It's been raining off and on pretty much all day. It's been dry for the last couple hours though, so I think it's going to be dry for the rest of the night, which is unfortunate. Rain equals busyness usually, but it still should be busy nonetheless. It's a Friday, so we'll get these dropped off and we'll get this dinner rush kicked off. All right, stacked order finished. One was a $5.50 tip, the other was a $5 tip with $2.70 base pay, so I'm content with that. Puts me at $117 for the day. It is $4.59. So the dinner rush is beginning. And we are making our way back towards State Street. We're not far from we're not far from State Street, so we're pretty much still in the zone. Let's see if we can make 83 bucks to get to 200. I don't know how late I want to stay out tonight though, because I kind of want to do something with the wife and kid. We haven't really done much lately, but we'll see. I mean, we got stuff going on tomorrow, so we might just work through the night tonight. We'll see. Anyways, back to State Street we go. I'm getting a Pizza Hut order right now. All right, well, we did take that Pizza Hut offer. It was $10.04 for 6.1 miles, going straight in the direction that I was planning on going anyway. But it is actually behind us, back where I just did that drop off. So I got to turn around real quick and go grab it. So not a bad one. Put us at 127 and right in the smack dab middle of our zone. So good things. So this is the hut of pizzas, so they say. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Hut of pizzas. I guess we're about to find out. Damn, Grubhub got me again. I just left Pizza Hut with that order. They sent me that going in the opposite direction. Pay was a little more than this one. It was going the other way, so I mean it's not that big of a difference since it was going like away from the restaurants anyway. But so really not that big of a loss. But still, it's annoying when that happens. That's one of the downsides of multi-apping is situations like this. You pick up an order that's pretty good, and then all of a sudden you get sent a better one. But it's too late because you already picked up the other one. But things happen. Off to drop this off. And Grubhub is going off again. It's going to be a busy night, I think. Okay, so I got that Pizza Hut dropped off, and I screwed up. One of the most frustrating things that happens in food delivery. I forgot the 2-liter. I knew it was there. I was going to grab it when I walked out the door. The guy handed me the order for pizza, and he started talking to me, and I just forgot. I walked out after he was talking to me and completely forgot to even grab it. And I didn't even realize that until I pulled into the customer's driveway. So I contacted the support. They're going to get refunded or have another driver drive it out or something. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I hate when that happens because it's happened to me as a customer, and that's like the worst. It's like the most frustrating thing when the drinks don't get delivered. I feel so bad, but things happen. You know, I've done over 10,000 deliveries, and it happens every now and then. So, but anyways, I got it dropped off. You got to move on. I got a double order, which I wouldn't normally advise you do, but I got 2 orders from a Mediterranean place on different apps. They're going the same direction, generally. One is a Grubhub, one is an Uber Eats. The Grubhub is a little further north, like an extra 2 or 3 minutes north out of the way, but it should be okay. These are the only scenarios where I really do this, is if like both orders are going like the exact same direction. One of them is like $14 for 10 miles, and the other one is like $10 for 6 miles, 7 miles, something like that. So the Grubhub is a little bit closer than the Uber Eats, a little further. So we're on the road now. It's basically a $24 stacked order. So the money's there. This will put me at like what, 151, 152, something like that. So let's get these dropped off as fast as we can. Both of those are delivered. It is 6:02 p.m. Just turned to 6:03 p.m. and we're a little ways away from town now. We're gonna get back as quickly as we can. As you can tell, we're kind of out here in the boonies. Sometimes I kind of like coming out here though. It's just change of pace from driving around town all day. See how things are going out in the country. Plus, there's no traffic lights. That's a big plus. There's a lot of stop signs out here, though, that are kind of annoying. This road has a lot of traffic on it for being out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm telling you. But we're at, after that order, like I said, I think like about $151 at 6 o'clock. So we're in pretty good shape. There's a guy flying up on my rear end here. Turning right here, I believe. Caledonia. I don't want Caledonia. I want the next one. That's right. So this is the lay of the land out here. Those of you that aren't from the Midwest, this is pretty much what the Midwest looks like when you're not in a city of sorts. A whole lot of nothing, a whole lot of green. It's not really that green right now because we haven't had much rain, so it's a little brownish. It did rain today for a good chunk of the day. Here we go, Spring Creek. This is where we're going. So I'm going to make my way into town here. I'm not going to bore you with any more of this drive. And I'll let you know when the next offer is. Alright, well, do I have a story to tell? Oh my goodness. So, since I last spoke to you, I've done a couple orders. I did a burrito place called Pancheros, like $10 for 6 miles. And then I got this CVS order, which I show you the screenshot right before this. A couple packages of condoms and Twizzlers, which that's not out of the ordinary. People order condoms to be delivered all the time. You know, several times I've delivered condoms. So this is where it gets interesting. So I go, it's an apartment complex, so you have to be buzzed in. And I get there, I buzz. The guy's like, yeah, I'll be down in about 1 minute. It takes about a minute to get down there. So I'm like, okay, so I wait. So about 30 seconds later, this petite little black girl comes in the door behind me. And she goes to punch in a number to be buzzed in. And she probably, I mean, this girl probably 22, 23 years old, I'm guessing. Maybe mid-20s. But she was tiny. And she's dressed in like workout gear, kind of, right? So he gets to the door right as she dials the number or whatever, and he opens the door and he's like, oh, perfect timing. And I hand him the bag and he turns, he's like, oh wow, you're here too. That couldn't have timed that any better. I hand him the bag and she's like, okay. And then she walks in with him. It was interesting. Two boxes of condom and some Twizzlers. So there's something interesting going on there, whatever. I mean, good for him. I don't know what's happening. I mean, the guy was like 65. I don't know if I mentioned that. He was like older guy, 65 with like glasses, older white guy. So it was just like an odd match, right? You know, my wife is black, so it's not weird to me that white people and black people date or anything like that. It doesn't bother me any, obviously. I'm married to a black woman. But it was weird. It was like, but he was so chill about it. Like, it wasn't awkward at all. They were both like so chill about it, like, yeah, no big deal. I, on the other hand, I was just like, oh wow, this is gonna be an interesting evening here. So that's that. I just dropped that off. Now I guess I'm going to find another order. I don't know. Crazy.